If I'm Randy, I'm an alcoholic. Happy birthday. Fantastic. And happy birthday. It's fantastic, really. 1 year is awesome. That first year is amazing, right? At 29, you start going, all right, enough already. I'll just stay here. But it's fantastic that anybody could do that, right? At 28, my mind started saying, obviously, you're not an alcoholic because no alcoholic could stay sober 28 years, so you should be able to drink. Wow, it's a crazy disease. So, we're reading how it works, which is the the beginning. It's read at every meeting, and we've talked about it, and we've read about alcoholism, ego, and self, and compliance versus surrender, and talked a lot about alcoholism as a disease, right? That has nothing to do with alcohol or food or gambling or shopping or whatever else I might do to try to kill the pain of self, of having this unsatisfiable, fault-finding, opinionated mind. Because what's wrong with me is not alcohol. Alcohol was what made it possible for me to live in the day that I lived in. Alcohol made everything okay for a long time. And it made everything better than okay for a long time. And then at some point, I became allergic to alcohol. So that made me alcoholic because I'm allergic to alcohol. But alcoholism is a disease that centers in my mind. There's something wrong with me, with or without alcohol. There's something wrong with me. The fact that I don't drink actually makes me worse, not better. After the pink cloud wears off, after that first, oh my God, I'm not drinking anymore. This is so amazing. I'm able to keep a job. I'm able to have a girlfriend. I'm able to drive my car. That was amazing. And then eventually that amazingness of not drinking one day at a time wears off. And the self-talk starts again about how, you have some time now. You should be better than you are. You should have a new girl. You should have a different car. You should have a better job. Matter of fact, you should be the boss of this job. You shouldn't even listen to these people. You should get rid of this job. And the self-talk starts and that unsatisfied mind kicks in. And these are all words. It's just words, right? My sponsor said that to me when I had 2.5 years of sobriety and I wanted to kill myself. And I went to this meeting and I heard this man talk about the disease of alcoholism. And he described it as an unsatisfiable, fault-finding, opinionated mind. And then he said, don't take my word for it. He said, look at your life. Look at your own life. And I had to look at my life. It was like the first time I'd really done something. And I looked at my life from that idea of being unsatisfiable. And it was true. I had a pretty decent place to live. I just hated it. I had a pretty decent job. It paid all my bills. But I didn't like it. It was below me. I needed a better job. And I had a girl, but I didn't really like her either. I mean, I stayed with her because, whatever. My mind told me if I left her that I'd be alone, and if I stay with her, I hate her. So what the hell? I was trapped for 6 months of paralyzation. But I could see my life. I could see my life from the disease of alcoholism and see that there was really not drinking doesn't stop that. It doesn't stop the unsatisfied mind from being unsatisfied. It doesn't stop this infantile power driving ego from not wanting to have more and not always being in a hurry and being quickly irritated. So the disease goes on, and so I have to have a treatment for that disease, and that's what the 12 steps does. It treats that disease, not the alcohol. I can never ever drink alcohol again. The trick to abstinence is you don't do it, right? You just don't drink. You just don't eat sugar. You just don't eat bread. You just don't drink coffee. Whatever it is that I'm trying to abstain from, the trick to it is you just don't do it. But the problem is that I have a mind that's talking to me incessantly about how great it would be if I just did. Just have a cup of coffee. It'll be great. You're going to love it. And it talks to me, and it talks to me in my own voice, and I believe everything it says. It's crazy. So we also talked last week about how it works and how important, like, with time, I go to a meeting and they read how it works, and I think, oh, that's for the newcomer. And I'm hoping that the reader's going to read it as fast as possible so we can get to the real meeting and want to get through how it works. But the meeting is how it works. It starts there, and it starts with, where am I at right now? Can I hear how it works? Have I slowed down enough here in this meeting to be able to listen, to be able to have that if every AA meeting is an assurance that God will restore me to sanity if I rightly relate myself to him. And so how it works is the best play. God, could you help me just listen? Could you help me hear every word of how it works? Could you help me be here in this room? And that's the beginning of a relationship, and something starts to happen when I ask for that help. And all of a sudden my mind quiets down and I'm able to be in the room and I'm able to hear something. Even though I've heard it a million times, I could hear every word of how it works. And it's amazing to me that I get to have that experience, and I slow down and I get present and I have a new experience with how it works for almost like the first time. And so, with this meeting, we read a paragraph and we talk incessantly about that paragraph as if we could learn something by reading it and talking about it. But really, the whole reason to read it and talk about it is to see what it says that I should be doing in the moment I'm in. What is it saying? What is it saying? What is it saying? What am I supposed to be doing right now for recovery, to be in this relationship with this higher power, so that I could be free of that obsessive mind, so that I could be here in this moment and enjoy this moment as a new moment in the same AA meeting on the same Saturday that I do this every Saturday. It's so easy to get complacent and get caught up in oh, it's Saturday, I'm going to a meeting, I hope it's over soon, I got other stuff to do. I know what everybody's going to say already. But, all right, so we're going to read a paragraph out of how it works and talk about it incessantly. Thanks.
Thanks. Happy birthday, Ryan.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, it's my natal birthday. Thank you.
Time to get drunk.
Yeah.